This video is going to describe how to work with notebooks that are auto-graded. You may have these if you are in the Statistics and Data Science for Engineers course, or if you're in E7, and other courses use auto-graded notebooks. So if you have an auto-graded notebook, you'll probably get a link that when you click on it, it will take you to that notebook in your Jupyter Lab environment. And here's an example, a very simple one. Those notebooks, auto-graded notebooks, will have this first cell that says initialize Otter. And Otter is the auto-grader. So you have to run that cell first. And then it may have some other cells. I'm pressing here Shift-Enter to run the cells in the notebook in order. And let's say that we have this exercise to do. It's called a simple calculation. And the exercise is to compute the area of a square with sides of length L is equal to 2 meters. And they have defined here L is equal to 2. And these three dots, these ellipses, tell us that we are supposed to put here in the variable area what the answer is, the area of the square with length is equal to 2. So we know that the answer is 4, that's 2 squared, and so I could write that like this: L squared, double asterisk is exponentiation in Python, or maybe I could put a 4. That would also be correct. Then I can execute this. I'm going to press Control Enter now, and now I've executed this cell. This next cell is provided by the autograder, and it's going to check my answer. So if I execute that, it says I got the right answer. Let's say that I hadn't written 4, but instead, for some reason, I thought it was 40. Okay, now I run this, and it did not pass. This cell hides a series of tests that are going to be run against the answer. So in this case, I failed the first test, and it's actually giving me a hint. It's saying that the area, it failed because the area is supposed to be greater than 0 and less than 10. This is Python code that we'll learn more about. So area is not less than 10. My area was 40, and that's the reason that it failed. Okay, so let's say we try again, and we say area is equal to 4.5. Now we'll certainly pass this test because it's between 0 and 10. So I passed that test, but it failed another test. And this test is not giving me any useful information. So this is what I'd call a hashed or it's an encrypted test. Okay, well, back to the right answer. What if I change this to capital A? The answer is still correct, but it's in the wrong variable. Now I still have the lowercase a here, so it's going to pass. But if I were to restart this and run everything, as I should do, now the lowercase a area got erased. And so now it's rerunning everything. And this is not going to pass. It's going to fail the first one because this lowercase area variable does not exist. I have only defined the uppercase or capitalized area variable. So you have to be very careful with modifying the names of variables in auto-graded exercises. Doesn't mean that we can't edit anything. I can add new cells here. I can add a cell below. So there are many different things that I can modify for my own purposes to add code, and I can say make a markdown cell here, And this is a note to self. Blah, blah, blah. That's my note to self. Okay, and so forth. So I can edit, add cells, but I have to be very careful not to destroy whatever it is that is being tested in the background. Okay, once I'm done with the exercise, there will be a final cell at the end that is going to run all of the tests in the whole exercise. So in this case, it was only one part, but there may be 10 parts. It will run all of those tests. And once you have passed all of those tests, then you are ready to export a zip file, which is going to be the file that you are going to submit to Gradescope. And this is a very important piece of information now, is that before you run this, you should save and then execute this cell. Okay, so the recommended way of doing this is completing everything and then first restart the kernel and run all cells. Wait for for the execution to finish. It will now have exported something, but I want you to additionally now save this and run this last cell again. Your submission has been exported. Click here to download the zip file. You can click here and it will download your zip file